Hello and welcome back to Divide and Conquer version 4, and where we left off we were playing as the dwarves of Ered Luin, and we'd had a little rebellion in Luin because I hadn't left a garrison there rather stupidly, and I'm making the same mistake here at Osgellon, but you know, hopefully we can resolve that. But I just want to hem the elves in. By taking these two provinces, they can't really expand now. I guess, yeah, they've completely hemmed in at this point. We are allied to the Northern Dunedain now, and Bree. So, I guess we're next. Who next to talk to? We could talk to the clans of the Enedwaith, as they are in the south. So, you know what, we will do that. See if we can get trade going with them. And then we've got a diplomat here as well, who's just keeping an eye on Furinost for us. Let us end the turn once again. Osgellon are a little bit unhappy, so I'm going to probably have to send a unit back just to make sure that they don't revolt. And then I'm going to start a bit of a road building program, I think, pretty soon. And we've got some elves to kill in this town. And Lorien is under attack already from Dol Guldur, apparently. And we were able to build that lovely practice range. So I'm debating what I want to send back. I think you two would make a minor garrison just for now. Perfect. And now we've got 3 generals altogether, which is pretty decent. That's not too bad. Let's maintain the siege and then go on in momentarily. Garth Helagoth aren't particularly happy either. I don't have enough to build roads, I don't think, in Garth Helagoth. But let's queue it for next turn. And let's just go straight in and attack Luin. So Captain Lumerion, if I was to save and do an auto-resolve here, how would this go? I'm going to take that, because I don't really want to fight that again. This way we just very quickly take the settlement back. And we got a decent amount of money, which means from next turn we should make a little bit more. Oh, just saved the game. I didn't realise we'd done that. Okay, and I can probably send you that way. Yeah, let's end the turn again here and then move to Garth Helagoth. Because Garth Helagoth is going to be our sort of staging post to try and take Barketa / Furinost. And we've got quite a nice sizable empire now in the far north. It's not too bad, actually. And you can have a wife. And we got an option to go speak to the Dunlendings in 5 turns. I don't necessarily think that that's possible without cheating. So I've got a spy here. I've got a diplomat here. A diplomat here. How long would it take him to reach there? It would be... Well, I guess they could do it, actually. It's only 4 turns. Let's go speak to them to get that free unit. And then I can go back and speak to Enedwaith. And now there's Luin back in the command of my troops, and I'm debating where next to go. Still not a fan of us, are they? I can get another unit of pikemen, that's probably worth doing. And then I'm wondering whether or not roads would be fun. Yeah, let's get roads. We're going to go on a bit of a building spree. And then I think I'm going to leave behind 24 of you. 85% isn't exactly great. I could leave the scouts as well. What's that leave you on? Still 85. Just 85 in general. That's your magic number, is it? Okay. I would rather take the full unit of swordsmen with me. So I'm going to just leave behind this 24 like I originally wanted to. And then you're going to I think, sort of move up to here. And then we're going to make sure all these roads build. We're going to leave a bit of a garrison at Garth Heligoth while I move into Barketta. But hopefully roads will make moving through our lands a little bit easier. Because without roads, our lands are a little bit disjointed. And hopefully we'll make a little bit more money as well. We've got another unit of pikemen. They're still not quite on board. And Barketta hasn't been attacked yet. And I'm just going to get a watchtower. Oh, apparently I can't construct one. That's a bit of a pain. And then I'm going to leave Nar in there because he's the only thing that's keeping that town on side. Keep them on low tax rates so that they're building up a population surplus. And we're getting roads in both of our important provinces here. Right, let's end the turn again. So now, with the homeland secure, we can determine how best to attack and destroy Angmar, as we are at war with them at this stage. Or I could take Furinost and then just hold. There's an argument to be made for both. Okay, so this guy's a possible adopted and would be a born governor. He'd be healthy. I don't think we need another general in the family at the moment, because when we look at the family tree, we've got Fra, who married in, or was adopted, sorry, and now married Fenya, who is 16. We have Fundin, who is 4. We have Svar, Nar, Skuld, and Clandherald Grain, and they've both got kids as well. So we've got a few generals that will be coming of age pretty quickly. I'm going to move you forward just a little bit so you can build a watchtower. And then you can get another one. And he can't build a watchtower. Oh, probably because there's already one there. Yeah, that's fine. Right, we're one turn away from roads there and there. Perfin Loon, can you build roads? You can. And that'll get going next turn. And this should speed up our force redeployments in those areas pretty substantially. And we've reached the Dunlendings already. Now, as long as they don't move, you should be able to get that extra military unit out of them. Don't move away. Stay where you are. Yes. Luckily, they stayed exactly where we wanted them. Right, let's go get trade rights with you. Very good. And I think we should move south. So we've got another unit of militia. Not great, but at least it's something. And then can you move south? That is the question. Okay, so Captain Twathead here is making his way towards Osgelon. I'm probably going to take our generals here and move to intercept him. We've got a decent enough garrison here now. And we've got some roads building. One more turn and we'll get our roads there. We're now building roads here. I might as well keep you on free upkeep, just so we don't lose any more money. And then hopefully they get beaten back there, but I don't think that's likely. If you wanted peace, would you do it? Nope. Right, let's end the turn. And we get another unit into Garth Heligoth. Right, and our infrastructure has come a long way in that short period of time, which is very nice. Right, they have decided to attack. But we got the roads up first, which is good.
Sire, the enemy lays siege to our walls.
Will they just go for it immediately? No, it looks like they will. Captain Haraldir has some Barrowites. They're a pretty decent unit. Didn't kill anyone apparently. I'm just going to let that slide as much as I find that fucking frustrating. We would have killed at least one unit in that. That's bullshit. But we... yes, that garrison did knock them back. Settlement besieged. Settlement occupied. Construction complete though, so that's good. We got the roads. We'll take the bandits purely because they're a good little fodder unit. Good. And they lost a decent whack of troops there. And you know what? I'm going to take you south as well. Because you can act as the garrison if needs be. Good. Good, good, good. I'm pretty happy with this overall. Because I'm happy that they didn't win at Barchetta. Because they did some damage to themselves at least by doing that. And we got over at Farbad. Which is good. So we can go speak to Enedwaith and get some trade rights with them. And we should be able to kill that Barrowite unit, hopefully. I mean, 32 of them is a fair amount, but we've got archers, we've got a little bit of cavalry, and they don't have much around that unit. It's literally just that unit that's a worry. Well, I got a couple of decent generals that will do the job. Yes, and I am in agreement with the council. The council is acting rationally for a change. Yeah, and I don't want them to fall back out of that. We'll get a couple of units if we do that. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, and we got actually something out of that. Happy days. He got the telescope. He's inconspicuous. God, that was a bit of a... Okay, so Hillman, Rudar Pikeman, none of them are particularly good. We're going to surround and destroy this unit here. In fact, that's a really good archer unit. That must be one of their, like, in-game spawn ones. And then Fionos is undefended. The only person in there is Hunvorn, who has his Barrow-White General Bodyguard. So that's at least good to know. 652 gold. And I'll jump up a little bit once we get that. And retake Perfin Loon. Oh, and I forgot to move my diplomat. Ah, balls. Always forget to move diplomats. I'm so glad. That's one thing from Med 2 that is really bad, is the diplomacy system. It's just so, you know, like, ugh. Like, I understand why they're doing it, because it is realistic that you would probably have to travel to speak to someone, but it's just not fun. And we can move on Barketta in a moment. Okay, let's just maintain the siege there for a second. And we were able to get that sword unit in, which is good. So they will hold for 2 turns. I'm almost tempted just to let them come at me. Yeah, that's probably better, actually. And I don't know where that gent went. He's disappeared into the wilderness. Let's keep outside the front of there, because it gives us a little bit of extra sight information. Let's go speak to these fine gentlemen. That should be somewhere along here. Hopefully we'll get a... Oh yeah, our current mission is to take the town, so we will take the town pretty much as soon as possible. I think it's worth sieging it for at least 1 turn. And I'm happy to have a little bit of roadage going on. The dwarves, building roads. It sort of makes quite a bit of sense. Although we could do with mines, to be honest. I do need to build some mines in foreign tools, because that'll jump our income substantially. Ah, there he is. That single banner unit. Dol Amroth is doing well, that's good to know. And then war declared, relations report. And I'll probably do a toggle fog of war at the end of this episode, because why not? You know, it's interesting to find out how enemies and things are doing, so... It'll take you a little bit of time to get to Perfin Loon. You can build some units. Or we can save up to get mines, which cost 3852. Or we can get the Master Stoneworkers Hall. I think the mines are probably a good first bet, actually. And it's 1 turn until they surrender. Do you think they'll come this way? Because I've got them under siege. Because I don't really want them in my backlines. He could actually reach them. The cavalry could actually go after them. But they can't take out pikes by themselves. Should we just see how many of them we've got to deal with? So there's 32 Barrow-Whites, who are a good units, definitely. There's a few Angmar archers, some longbowmen. Let's hold out 1 more turn. If they surrender, then that'll be a massive win. Right, there's Barad Vin. So I'm not going to engage with Enedwaith until I get a mission asking me to do so. So hopefully once I retake this settlement, I'll get a mission to talk to them the next turn. And then I can get trade rights with them and then hopefully get another unit, or maybe just like money. 750 would be good. I probably should be trading my map info for money, shouldn't I? That's something that I could do. Perfect. Right. Brilliant. And this guy's got a lot of traits. Don't want him, but he's got a lot of traits. So, Cand and Dol Amroth are not friends. Erebor love us. And we've got a unit of Firebeard who are actually a decent unit, so that's good. So let's take... You know what, let's take both of you and have you head in that direction. Can meet up and try and give Captain Sion here a little bit of a once-over. Let's leave behind that unit there and go to the growth build policy. And then let's see if we can't head him off. Between these two units. Because I would like to just take out this little army. And also that means I should get another mission, hopefully to go speak to Enedwaith. It's turn 30, so we are moving very quickly, to be fair. Well, sorry, it's not turn 30, it's turn 25. But hopefully I'll be able to end this episode at about turn 30. We're expanding well. I just wish we had mines. So I'm going to save up money until I can build the mines. Because I've got a decent enough garrison at Garth Heligoth. It's not something they can easily breach. Then hopefully I can move this army to go take Barketta. Oh, and Medieval 2 encountered an error. Interesting. Okay, that's the first time I've had... Hello, I'm sorry about that. We had that crash, and this is back where we left off, so I'm going to hit the end turn button, and hopefully that doesn't happen again. Because we don't want a crash. It's a bit ropey. I have had a couple of crashes, actually, on this new version of Divide and Conquer. Not many, just one. I was trying out a faction the other day, and I got a crash when I was building a watchtower, and I got another. I've just had that crash just then, and bearing in mind on version 3 I had no crashes whatsoever. It's a little bit strange that it would be doing that. Right, so we're all good now. I'm not sure what caused that, but I'll just be very careful with saving. And there we go, I can speak to these guys now. Karandros. Wow, everything's under attack. Ooh. Right, so we can get a military unit from speaking to you. Let's get trade rights. Right, map info. I will offer you map info for a single payment of 1,000. How do you feel? Oh, there we go. So we got 1,000 gold out of them for effectively nothing. I think we'll take that. That's pretty good. We'll see if we can do the same thing to Dunland. Then there's this guy here who is retreating somewhat. You coward. So there's 164 hillmen, 13 of them, 121 conscripts. So conscripts and hillmen are shit. 13 pikemen aren't worth worrying about, and then we've just got some archers that we need to round out. Okay, so that's not too bad. And then I can move on Barketta once that's dealt with. Right, so Captain Sion here, who has Hillman, Rudar Pikeman, and... Oh, they've renamed them Thralls. Apparently. Thralls are nothing to be feared, being men who are forced into battle against their will. Okay, so we should be able to handle them pretty easily. We've got a ratio of 5 to 1. Let's just try and auto-resolve. And just see what that does. Oh yeah, 22. I couldn't do better than that. And we'll execute them. So that's made them go back to their own lands. Let's try and move on Barchetta. And move up our reinforcements at the same time. There's only 4 of them left in that unit of pikemen, so they're pretty much dealt with. And next turn, hopefully we'll get enough to build mines if we don't already have enough already. Ah, we do. Right, perfect. Build those mines. Let's start getting the income flowing. And we want lots of nice dwarven towns all across northern Eriador. And let's try and destroy Barchetta soon as well. And then we can hopefully funnel them into Fjornost, because once I've taken Barchetta, I'll swing that army north, move towards Fjornost, and then use Fjornost as effectively a choke point. So we've got 1,000 gold for nothing. Thank you, Council. They're liking me at the moment. I am expanding our influence very well. And then so the hills, so these are both rebel. That's not great. Right, and we've got a tower. Build a tower, I think, on the way. So this is a rebel region as well. Ah, Barrier Donak. Right, okay. Wow, they went for Barchetta. Ah, they must have gone through Fjornost. And they must be insulting... Ah, right, Okay, I see now, I understand. So we do need to take Fjornost, really, and then maybe Barrier Donak as well. Possibly. To shut them down completely. Okay. And to that end, we got a little bit of money. Can we build anything fun? Brewery, pig farm, practice range. Actually, in Garth Helagoth, can you get anything fun? Pipe pool. Yeah, let's get a pipe pool, because then we can get a little bit of free upkeep. Right, perfect. Let's see if I can't sell you my map info. So, make a single payment. Wealth modest. So, they should have at least 1,000, right? Perfect. See, I'm improving at this game, guys. Look at that. I'm selling my map info. My dwarves are making their way downtown. Come on. These turn-ins aren't too bad. And in fairness, maybe that crash was due to the amount of time I'd left the game running. The game had been running at least... probably 3 hours at that point, so maybe it was just the amount of time the game had been left running. Yeah, it might have just been that. We'll call it that. And I'm going to try and sell my map info to Bree. Because if we can get 1,000 to go, that's pretty good. It's like having a building. Yay, 2,100. So we've got a new family member, new boy. And Bree love us. They think we're great. Thanks, Bree. Okay. So yeah, Barrier Donak has a pretty decent garrison. I mean, Iron Crown Warriors are decent. I don't really want to attack that. I might just let them go for that. Alright, let's get right here. Build a watchtower. And then move forwards. And then I might Oh no, we'll keep the armies together because that one's stuck anyway. Got 2100. Can anyone get a stone workers hall? Yes, you can, so we'll build that there. And then Austin Gellon, you can probably get one as well. Oh no, you can have master because have I already built the... Ah, the Mason's Hall was already built. Ah, brilliant. Okay, so a pipe hall maybe, just to get free upkeep, because free upkeep units 1 means that, yeah, that'll be free upkeep. And then you only take 2 turns to build that. Right, let's end the turn. This game really is like the ultimate finance simulator as well. It's quite fun. I like all the economy things in this game. And in fact, speaking of Crusader Kings, I think I mentioned that in a previous episode, I'm looking forward to Crusader Kings 3. I think I've played Crusader Kings 2, but it's been such a long time. And I don't know, I do like Crusader Kings 2, but the amount of DLC and stuff got a bit stupid. So I would play the one that's on Steam at the moment, but I just can't be bothered. I think I might as well just wait for the new one to come out. Hopefully it'll be a bit more streamlined. I know I don't normally want streamlining in my games, but I think for Crusader Kings it could do with a little bit of streamlining. Ah, the Goblins of Moria. Okay. And the One Ring has been located in Rune. Okay. Okay, so we've got a free upkeep here. We should have free upkeep. Is it because we don't have enough culture? 22%. I think we need at least 25, don't we, for free upkeep? Okay, and these guys are pretty much ready for us to jump in and attack them. Let's build a ram anyway. It's only 3 turns till they need to surrender to us anyway, so I'll just put that unit in there. And we'll get another unit from them. I don't really want to give up my free upkeep. How much do they cost? 300 exactly. If I move them out, how much do I make? Nothing. Let's move them up to Hangerfall, because then at least that way we're getting free upkeep for them. I mean, how much do you cost, actually? Probably quite expensive. Oh no, only 320. Oh, I'll just leave you in there, because you're actually doing a decent job of just increasing that town. And then hopefully the mines will be coming up soon. Yep, 2 turns. And then 50% the way there. Right, let's just siege that down a little bit more. I think once we've taken Barchetta, I will call it an episode there, because we'll have mopped up all of the rebel regions really in the direct area. Pretty much. Hopefully they attack us, that would be good. And that Angmarim, like, captain's army is very much confused now. And we have received the Emissary. Okay, so from the frozen mists of the Loon Valley, a sole emissary came to our walls. From head to foot he was garbed in black robes, and he spoke with a soft, warm voice. His face was obscured to our gate guards, but they reported feeling cold as he spoke, as though his words froze the thin air around him. He said that he was here on behalf of the great Lord of the South, who had come into possession of 4 of the great rings. His benevolent lord was willing to give the rings to the dwarves, and in return he asked only one thing, that we shut the gates of the mountains and let none come or go until the emissary returned. He spoke of how these rings would bring us great wealth and strength, and that they surpassed the old 7 in majesty and power. Our guards met his request with scorn. We dwarves are not so easily fooled. They bid him show them the rings, and they will bring his message to the clan lord. In a flash of dazzling light, the emissary dismounted his horse and was down on his knees before the guards, his arm outstretched, and on his dark fingers sat 4 fantastic rings. Such beauty and craftsmanship had not been seen since the days of the First Age. The guards were enthralled and called for the clanlord immediately. Grinfarm, his web of support growing wide, was first to the gate. We do not know what words were spoken between the emissary and the upstart, but there can be no doubt. The rings are masterfully crafted, and there was much suspicion that they are in fact 4 of the 7, forged by Celebrimbor in the depths of the Second Age. We cannot know who the great lord is, or the origin of these rings, but Sauron's name is whispered on many lips. The decision will be yours in time, my lord, as the emissary said he would return in 2 years for our answer. So I assume that's 2 turns. So that gives us 2 turns to take Barketta and then decide what we will do. And that sort of, I think, actually works with when they're going to be finished off. Oh, sellswords. Oh, baby. We're having the sellswords. They are a really good mercenary unit, so they are well worth taking. And we get some merchant cav as well. And then all of them aren't that expensive either, so... And bearing in mind we'll get the mines next turn. Let's go speak to Bree again. I forgot to move my diplomat. A Trife. Yeah, let's go speak to Bree. See if we can get 1,000 to hire those sellswords. Bree might be willing to sell, like, have our map info for a little bit more than 1,000. We might be able to get a bit more out of them. I'm quite liking the script so far. It's quite well written. All of the little passages are fun. I like the thing they've done with the ring wraiths as well, where they've rewritten like little backstories for them. It's quite fun. So Enedwaith is doing well. And then there's Mengelin. Ah, we've got enough to hire those sellswords. So you know what? Wait, no! No. I had sellswords as an option a minute ago, game. I'm being dicked out of my favourite mercenary unit here. Okay, so we're making a lot more money now. Get a pig farm there, but in Gehuzanar maybe rather instead. Don't understand why they don't like us so much. I guess it's the amount of Elven. Let's get a pipe hall, because that should give us some free upkeep. And then hopefully the Arthurdine rebels will just surrender. With a bit of luck. For a minute there I thought it was going to get stuck on the Dwarves of Erebor. It's getting stuck on the Kingdom of Gondor as well. It's definitely not as speedy as it used to be. Okay, and they have decided to rise up against us. So you know what, I will call it an episode here. So thank you very much for watching. At the start of the next episode we will fight this little band of rebels, and hopefully we can finish them off relatively quickly. Thanks again, bye bye.